Peeps, how are we doing? Bam, bam. Oh, good. It's a good crowd. Sounds good. Nothing. Okay. Thank you very much. How are we?
Tyson, back in, man.
Yes, sir.
What's up? Mate, can you talk us through that Kimura that you used to finish the fight?
Yeah, at first he was going deep for the takedown. I think I was almost in full splits trying to keep his hands apart. Blocked it, trying to get in with the arm, and I felt him release his hands a bit, and it just popped that elbow right up. And at first I was just going for a reversal, but ended up trying to take his arm home with me.
Is it true that you've not really practiced it at all? It's just something that you saw and you took?
I do it for a sweep a lot, but I could feel him letting it go. I don't think he was expecting it, and then when I thought I actually mistook the claps. I heard a clap, and I thought that was the last 10 seconds, so I thought I got to rip it off here.
You and Ty have attracted such great support so quickly in your UFC careers. How does that feel to know that you've become such a crowd favourite so early?
Man, to be honest, I thought that crowd favourite was going to get us both the bonuses. Still a little bit disappointed. I just heard it's awesome, but it would have been nice. I thought I was going to get at least walk out of the night performance.
Tyson, you called out Joe Rogan at the end there. It was in a pretty great end of the fight speech. Have you heard anything back from him yet?
Nah, it's saw it's been gone nuts on Twitter. I thought that was a little bit of a joke. I thought it was funny, but yeah, eventually I want to get on there. I've got a lot more to do before I get on there, but I'll be on there soon.
No worries.
And if not, we'll have him on the Halfcast podcast.
And the first three fighters, yourself, Ty, and Matthews, you guys all put on an incredible performance representing Australia. Unfortunately, Mark Hunt didn't get the win. Do you have any thoughts on that fight?
Man, that guy just looked heavy as hell. Awesome wrestler. Mark almost clipped him, but that's the fight game. You win some, you lose some. So you're on to the next one. I know Mark will bounce back. He's a true fighter.
And any word on your next guest for the Halfcast podcast?
We got a couple to release first, but yeah, there's a few names up there. Tim Cahill, I heard, wants to get on, so that would be cool. There's a few names out there that we'll be getting on. The Rock will be on soon, so it doesn't matter. Who chooses the bonuses? Actually, I'm actually burning about that. I'm like, are you not entertained? What more do you want?
Just wondering, Tyson, you mentioned that you had an injury going into this fight. Was it going into the fight or during the fight?
Going into.
So what was the injury?
I tore the cartilage in my ribs. So it's been killing me all week. Everyone's asking, how's your rib? I was like, yeah, perfect, let's go. I can't pull out. Wasn't going to let the crowd down.
Did you? I mean, I know the crowd obviously brings a lot of pressure. Did you ever think about it at all, pulling out?
No.
Did it bother you during the fight?
Yeah, he kneed straight on it. So I took the wind out of me, but doesn't matter. Everyone goes into the. You don't. I'd never really go in 100%. So just push through and.
Do you think you could have gone on and kept fighting, or was there in the back of your mind? Did you sort of think you need to finish the fight quickly because it's bothering you?
Nah, not for a second. I was ready for a 3-rounder, but yeah, it's why go for 3 rounds when you can go for 1?
Yeah, you had the ankle wraps on. Were you potentially expecting this to be a big ground battle and maybe preparing for what he was going to do on top?
I've been kicking a lot of elbows lately, so when at training, so I've started wearing them, and it's just more comfortable. A little bit of ankle support.
You spoke before the fight about not really wanting to game plan and sort of study a lot of tape, which is something that's very focused on down at Jackson Winklejohns. And did you feel that sort of, being yourself, and when you spoke to us before, you didn't really know much about your opponent, or at least that's what you said. Did you feel like that allowed you to be more yourself in this fight and sort of express yourself better? Yeah,
every time I think I'm bringing a better version of myself. I felt light. There was a couple of mistakes that I made. I got caught in there a little bit, but not hard. He had heavy hands, but I think he just wanted to knock me out too much. And then when he felt my hand speed, he really ran that takedown. So, like I said, I thought he was going to just try and grab it straight away, but that's why I don't watch too much tape. You don't know what they're going to bring out, so figure it out in there, and I enjoy that.
You were undefeated before your last fight. Now here you pick up a really big win and exciting finish. How quickly do you want to rise through the ranks of the division? Is there anybody on your mind? Are you sort of targeting maybe the top 15 or top 10 and sort of want to get in there quickly, or are you happy to just take your time, sort of develop as a fighter?
All of them. Everyone in the light heavyweight division. I'm here to fight the best, and I want to be number 1. So that's whoever comes in front of me. But I definitely want to I'm not in a rush. I've got my goal of what I want to do. So I'll just be dragging it out and making sure it happens in the long run.
You and Ty were having a contest between entrance music. You had your usual. He had Horses by Daryl Braithwaite. Who do you think won?
I won for sure. He knows I did. 100%. They used the wrong version for him. It was like a funeral walkout for him. So it was, the crowd went nuts. I loved it, man. I knew they were going to get behind it, and they did. It was an awesome experience, and I was still trying not to get too pumped up because they were that loud that I was getting shakes and goosebumps, and that's always dangerous, waiting for that dump.
Just lastly, on the Joe Rogan podcast, what makes you want to get on so badly? And have you ever met Joe and spoken to him about it in the past?
I just love his podcast, and that's pretty much what made us start our one. So why not go to the source? But yeah, I've met him when I was in, I think when I fought in Vegas against Paul Craig.
Of course, the interview.
Yeah,
Congrats
exactly.
on the win.
Thank you very much, brother.